welcome to Ray Wilkins Auditorium as we are just about ready for the 2014 PowerHockey Cup Championship. I'm Jerry Otto, joined by Chris Lemieux. Let's send it to Charlie Bros for our starting lineups.
Number 19 on defense, Jake Hartline. Number 28 forward, Peter Hansel. Number 84 goalie, Pat Hilferty. Number 7 defense, Luke Coleman. Number 88 captain on forward, Liam Miller.
Hey Jerry, can you turn mine up a bit?
Number 8 forward, Alex Pitts.
A bit more because I couldn't hear you.
Number 18 forward, Jake Saxton. And number 12 forward, Bryce Smith. Philadelphia coaches are Tony DeVito and Gary Sexton. And now, for your hometown Minnesota Saints, beginning with number 1, Ben Hafner. Number 5, Josh Wimmergren on defense. Number 9, goalie Sarah Heinz. Number 10, forward Jacob Lundquist. Number 14, defense, Cindy Hughley. Number 16, defense, Dan Hughley. Number 19, forward, Joe Hughley. Number 20, forward, Matt Wimmerman. Number 64 on defense, Gordy the Wall Foster. Number 81 forward, Josh White. Number 87, new captain, Chad Wilson on forward. And number 88, Christina Kent on forward. Your coaches, Josh Holler and Brian Little.
Chad Wilson's going to law school.
Now, please join us as we honor America with Rick Hurst singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah, I just keep.
Okay, we'll be ready to start here in just a minute. The Philadelphia power play in black jerseys and the Minnesota Saints in white, silver, and black. I'm joined here by captain of the Michigan Mustangs, Chris Lemieux. Chris, of course, you're familiar with both of these teams. What do you look for in tonight's matchup?
Hey, it is going to be a battle. You have the two-time defending PowerHockey champions in the Minnesota Saints. They're at home. You know, they're obviously the favorite, being two-time champions. But honestly, do not count out this Philadelphia team. This is a young, exciting, powerful team. They have a lot of skill, a lot of passing. I'm looking forward to an exciting game. You've got the two top scorers in the tournament. Chad Wilson with 23 points, that's 20 goals and 3 assists. And young Jake Saxton from Philadelphia, he has 24 points with 16 goals and 8 assists. So watch for those two guys. You know, this could go either way. This can be a big high-scoring game, or it could be, you know, lockdown defense, maybe 1-0. We will see, but it's going to be exciting regardless.
As you mentioned, Chris, Philadelphia with 7 players, 18 or younger, and again led by Jake Saxton, who was only 11. He had 2 goals in their game against Calgary, as Calgary was up 2-0 pretty late in the game, and then Philadelphia got on the power play, made it 2-1, scored very quickly after that, and then won in the extra session.
Yeah, like I said, you can't rule out Philadelphia. I think, you know, you'll see on some of these teams like Calgary, they've been here, they've won this tournament 2 times, and they beat them, and now they're coming to Minnesota. This team is the 2-time reigning champions. But you know what? Being young has its advantages. I know being an older player, waiting all day to play this championship game, your stomach has butterflies. Sometimes you psych yourself out. But when you're 11 years old, you don't even think about that. You're just happy to be here. He's having fun with his friends, and now he's going to come out and he's probably going to dominate just like he has been.
Chad Wilson's brother is in the military, just came back from overseas and came here to cheer on his brother Chad yesterday, and I know that was a real treat for him.
That's awesome. That's very cool. You know, this is a great crowd we got here, lots of supporters. Everyone brings their cheering section, you know, and although we're in Minnesota and Minnesota's in the final, I think Philly's going to have a lot of fans cheering for them, so Minnesota might not have the home ice advantage.
But something you were mentioning on Twitter and then also on the webcasting that Philadelphia has a very big following.
Absolutely. You know, they're kind of become a quick cult favorite. They actually defeated my Michigan Mustangs last year at the U.S. PowerHockey Tournament. And we saw just firsthand how good they are. You know, I met Jake Saxton about 3 or 4 years ago when he was 7 years old. And he impressed me then, but he is above and beyond what I totally expected. And he's only 11, so he can only get better. And he's dominated this tournament. Right. Yeah, it is very scary.
So behind the net is Chad Wilson. Saxton is right there with him. Good poke check there, and this will hop out of play.
Yeah, you probably won't see these two players leave the court all game unless something goes wrong with their chair or we see an injury. You know, these are the 2 main guys, so they're going to be leading the way the whole way. Saxton has a great supporting cast of Liam Miller and Alex Pitts, you know, and then to support Chad Wilson, we got Josh Swight, number 81, and then Matt Wimmergren. He's along with his brother, Josh Wimmergren, who's on defense, but yeah, they're pretty close. These are 2 even teams. It should be a good battle.
Well, Josh has had an excellent tournament, 4 goals, 5 assists. The second leading scorer for the Saints is Chad Wilson, has 20 of their 27 goals. There's a quick chance for the Saints as Wilson flipped it ahead, and that went off.
Aaron Gordon.
Right.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon, she actually played with the Carolina Fury a couple of tournaments ago, but now she's found a home in Philadelphia. And she's been doing great in goalie. And I got to give credit to their defenseman too, Jake Hartline. He's been facing some shots and really keeping it away from Aaron. Sarah Heinz on the Minnesota Saints. She is always a top-notch goalie, and she hasn't failed here either. She's kept up. Oh, wow. Ooh, nice shot.
Great scoring chance there. Saxton intercepts it. Yeah, you're right, Chris. This is Sarah's third PowerHockey Cup, as she's been the starting goalie for the Saints in each of those 3 tournaments.
Yeah, my team, Michigan, has faced her many times, and she always seems to shut us down. Like, everyone thinks this is Chad Wilson's team, but Sarah Heinz is a huge part of this and a huge part of their success. Yeah, you can score 10 goals, but if the other team scores 11, doesn't matter,
yeah,
right?
It doesn't do you much good. So Saxton hustling down on the far side, tries a flip shot, and that goes into the chair of Sarah Hunch. So we'll have a face-off in the Saint end. Again, these are 15-minute stop time periods, and the rink here is 100 feet by 50 feet, so it's half the size of an Olympic-sized hockey rink.
Yeah, and then we have one half-court line, and that acts as our offside line.
Right.
So instead of 2 lines like in normal hockey, we just go off the main center line.
One thing I really like about power hockey is there's no icing.
Yeah, a couple of leagues tried that, but it just takes away from the fluidity of our game, and
sure.
This works perfect. Ooh,
Matt
Dwight
Wilmergren.
almost put one in there, but Aaron Gordon shuts him down.
Yep. Good pressure put on by the Saints. And now coming out with it for Philly is Liam Miller. He's the captain for the power play. And taking it there is Alex Pitts. Alex has 5 goals and 6 assists on the tournament thus far. That goes off of Heinz and cleared away smartly by the Saints. Big chance there for Philadelphia. Saxton spinning around, and Dwight intercepts it. And a good block there in front by Jake Hartline.
We were talking about the youth on Philadelphia. You have Saxton, who's 11. Pitts is only 13, and their captain is only 16, along with their main defenseman, Jake Hartline's only 17. So Saxton's the second youngest player in this tournament, next to his teammate Peter Hinkle. So an 11-year-old pretty much having his own way with pretty much all the teams here is, like I said, truly impressive.
Right. A very nice flip there by Pitts.
Oh, nice pick by Miller on Dwight.
Unable to get the shot off there was Pitts. As nice back checking there by Saxton, and he steals it away from Wilmergren. Coming around to the far side is Pitts. And he will flip this all the way in, and that goes just behind Heinz.
Yeah, I think both teams are a little bit hesitant to go all out right now. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of a defensive strategy, but I have a feeling this might be a 1-0 game. But if we start seeing a couple goals, this could turn into a goal fest. We could be seeing maybe a 6-7 goal game for each team.
And of course, in the quarterfinals, you gave the Saints all they could handle before they ended up pulling out 4-3.
Yeah, we played them a lot, and we kind of know that there are different tactics and stuff. But yeah, it just wasn't happening for our team. But I'm still proud of my boys, and Philly has played hard. They played well, and they deserve to be in the final. So 9:42 remaining in the first period. Not much has changed as far as I don't think we haven't seen any line changes yet.
Right.
Yeah, this is probably gonna, just like maybe you see in basketball, the coach is gonna shorten up his bench.
Wilson tried to come out with it. And there's Wilmergren. Now 4 players fighting for it. Dwight comes out with it. Doing a nice job.
Dwight is a big, strong guy. Used to be a football player. He still has that football mentality.
Right.
As you can see on the back of his chair, I believe that's his old football jersey he wears. It's that yellow jersey.
Sure. Interesting.
So, yeah, he's big and strong. You can't forget about him.
Great
That
move
was
there
our
by
problem.
Saxton. Sure.
Yeah, we followed Wilson too much. Nice head save by Josh Rumagren.
Yeah, it was a good block in front. Josh and Matt Wormegren playing right now. So now Pitt's trying to control it there in the corner. Again, this is a rectangle compared to an oval for an ice hockey rink, which makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah, and, unlike our other previous tournaments, we're now using this sport court. So I've noticed that the ball doesn't bounce as much on this sport court. So maybe in previous tournaments, the ball would bounce possibly midway through the offensive zone, and it would go high enough to go right in the goal.
Sure.
On the bench bounce, but you're not really seeing that this tournament, and you're also seeing a lot less balls go over the boards. So I kind of like it because it keeps the game going.
Right. Yeah, Wally Shaver was mentioning how fast that first game went. It lasted just over an hour as boy, Jeff Barrett, the goalie for Calgary, he was really impressive.
He was. That was a flip shot by Wilson, but saved by Gordon. But yes, Jeff Barrett, he's one of the top goaltenders. Very impressive.
Good flip pass there by Pitts.
Oh,
here comes
Saxton.
Yep.
Flip shot, over the goalie, hits the net.
Yep, and good back checking there by Wilson. So Wilson comes out with it again. Tries to spin away from Saxton, and he does. Good pick there by White.
Oh, you got to watch out.
Yeah.
He can score from pretty much anywhere.
That shot goes just behind the net. And in front, Wilson with a spin move, puts a shot on, and that's deflected in front. Good save by Gordon.
Oh, now Pitts. Watch, I'm guessing he's going to flip shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it was. Just wide.
Hanks doing a good job of closing off that far part of the net. As now Wilson spinning around, trying to evade Saxton.
Oh, good job by Miller by cutting him off.
Yep.
Yep,
Now
did you
Wilson
see?
breaks out and trying to get by Pitts.
Yeah.
Good block there.
That's something Wilson likes to do. He likes to go behind the net, draw the forwards behind the net, and then he try bust out so he can get a breakaway. So you got to keep your eye open for that. That's very sneaky. He is very crafty behind the net. Another one of his moves is he'll go for the wraparound, and then when halfway around, he'll go back the other way and tuck it in with the backhand.
So now Wilson behind the net. Saxton has been shadowing him most of the game. He flips it out of the zone. Hartline there will just deflect it away. And nice job by Pitts. Good block there in front by Wimmergren. Pitts has it stolen away by Dwight. And Pitts comes back with it again.
Good job.
Great defensive work.
See, that's part of our sport. You know, Dwight might be twice as strong as both those guys, but they're just as fast, or if not faster.
Yep.
So they're able to catch him up and stop him from having a good shot on net.
Very high in the air and over the net. So we'll have a face-off just to the left here of Gordon. That's got to be difficult for a goalie because you're going from one post to the other and you're not really able to see behind you, obviously. So you're really relying on your defenders to tell you where the ball is.
Absolutely. You know, that's a good point because, you know, a lot of the goalies, they can't turn their heads and they can't see behind them, you know. So like you said, communication is key. You really have to work with that defender. But as you can, both teams are following the same strategy. They have their defender facing the opposite way of their goalie, so it's kind of like a crisscross.
Sure.
So then that way you have eyes literally in the back of your head. We are on Twitter If you want to ask a question, you can use hashtag PowerHockey Cup, and I'll try to answer any of your questions you might have. You just use hashtag PowerHockey Cup.
This goes into the corner, and coming out with it for Philly is Liam Miller.
Pitts is trailing, so is Saxon.
Yeah.
Oh, goal by Liam Miller.
Nice job to get by Limmergren, the defender, and sneak it in along the far post to get on first.
Yeah, as you can hear, lots of Philadelphia fans in the house. See, that's the thing about this Philadelphia team. You cannot let one go, right? So here we go. Oh, Miller just sneaks it in there. I think Hines was paying more attention to Pitts and Saxton behind her, and then when Miller just saw the gap he needed and put it right in. Great play by Miller.
For the power play, number 88, Liam Miller, unassisted.
That is his 8th goal on the tournament, 2nd on the team. Of course, to Jake Saxton. So a big early goal for the power play. And they're not on the power play, but the team names the power play.
Nice job by Pitts to clear the zone.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of diffusing a lot of good Saints scoring chances.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been saying this all week, but he reminds me of a young Chris Cram. He straps the stick to his hand. He has that long reach, has that nice little slap shot. You know, he's a really good player, and he's still very young. But, yeah, reminds me a lot of Chris Cram.
Chad Wilson getting a screen from Twite, puts a flip shot on, and that's knocked over the net again by Aaron Gordon.
Pitts picks it up. Nice flip shot. Tries to clear it out. Saxton now gets it over the line.
Yep. Good defensive work there by Wilson to try and cut off Saxton. Now he gets double teamed by Twite and Wilson.
Still no changes here. The original 10 players that started this game are still on the court.
Right.
Oh. That's an offside call, I'm guessing. Yep, offside. We'll have a face-off in the zone. It's great to see so many fans here. We have a guy on the Saints bench. He's wearing a halo, dressed as a Saint.
Right.
Yeah, we got a Michigan Mustang dressed as a horse.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's great that these fans, you know, they come and support us, support their friends and their family. Oh, nice shot by Chad, but it was actually deflected off his own teammate, Wimmergren.
Right.
Here comes that wraparound. Gotta
Wraparound
watch.
and good defensive work. Boy, at the
Nice
last
job.
second, Saxton. My gosh, what a play.
I thought that was in for sure.
Yep. I think
Saxton
Wilson did
saved it.
too.
Yeah. You can see he's getting a little bit frustrated. There was that controversy where they made him switch his chair halfway through the tournament. I know he's not happy with this chair. It does overheat. It might slow down, so that's something to look for. You know, that might be a big advantage for the Philadelphia. If they can get in his head, you know, that could be a big advantage. Here he goes again, wrapping around.
Good flip shot, and it's in. And a nice job by Chad Wilson as he makes it one apiece.
Yeah, you cannot let this guy open. You can't leave him open. You have to have the guy on him at all times. Look, comes around, finds the hole,
Perfect
shoots
shot
it right in.
on the post. Wow.
Yeah, you leave a hole open like that, he's going to put it right there. Nice little lob shot. So it's one goal apiece. We got about 3 minutes left remaining in the first period.
Assisted by number 81, Josh White, and number 20, Matt Limmergren.
So that was Wilson, assisted by Twite and Matt Wimmergren.
Nice job by Saxton as he gets away from Wimmergren. And it's stolen away by Wilson again. 2:20 left to go here in the first period as we're now tied up. Wilson with his 21st goal of his year, and now it's 2-1.
Needs to another one in from almost half court.
Yep.
Like I said, can't leave him open. He can score from anywhere. This is where experience comes in. You know, now let's see how Philadelphia responds. Here comes,
Here's the replay.
look at Wilson right over the line. Saxon's trying to stop him. Beautiful lob shot over both the defender and the goalie right in. No one, that's unstoppable.
Well, that's a case of where
Wilson
Philadelphia
just
did
backed
everything
into
they
Saxon.
could to try and thwart Wilson, but excellent play for his second goal of the game.
Absolutely. They got to communicate, Philadelphia. You have to know. Yep. Oh, we got a penalty on Chad Wilson. This is a humongous opportunity for Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is only his third penalty on the tournament.
Like, I would say this is almost a must-score opportunity. You know, you don't get these opportunities very much. You have to take it while you have it. Chad's off the court. You got 1:55 remaining in the first. So that is actually dangerous driving on Chad Wilson for backing up too much. You cannot back up more than 2 chair lanes at a time, or that is considered dangerous driving. Pitt's trying to sneak it in, can't manage to get it saved by Hines. Dwight's going to now be the face-off man with Wilson in the box. He'll go up against Pitts. Pitts wins it back to Saxton. Saxton curling. Lob shot. That's almost identical to where Chad scored just a couple minutes ago. These two players are very similar.
So Saxton coming out with it. He tries to flip it through 3 players. Dwight attempting to send it out of the zone. Again, Philadelphia being really aggressive with all 3 forwards there right around the ball.
Yeah. Saxton might have to look up a little bit more. Pitts was wide open on that weak side. I think he maybe should have passed it instead of shooting it there for Jake. Does another shot, but saved by Hines.
Yeah, that goes just wide of the net. Nice job by Josh Wimmergren. Excuse me, that's Alex behind the net.
Nope, that's Josh.
Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, we got the brothers, Josh and Matt.
Right.
Yeah, Minnesota selects. They also have a pair of brothers. We got a mother-son duo in this tournament, so it's all about family.
That's great. Yep. This goes into the corner. 22 seconds left here in the period.
Miller.
Liam Miller. Good defense there by Dwight as he steers him into the corner. Dwight just trying to protect the ball for the remaining 6 seconds here of the period as they're trying to get it away from him, and we're going to have a stoppage with just over 2 seconds remaining.
So Wilson will come out of the box with 5 seconds into the second period. So he's going to remain on the bench for the remainder of this period. Dwight's going to take the face-off against Pitts again. The 2 strong guys.
Yeah, nice job by Dwight. Using his body to protect the ball. And that'll do it for a very exciting first period. Philadelphia getting on the board first on an excellent end-to-end move from Liam Miller. But then Chad Wilson showing you why he's the leading scorer in the tournament, as he now has 22 goals in just over 5 games. Very impressive.
Very impressive, yes. We knew this was going to be a tight game, 2-1. You know, you can't get much tighter than that. Like I said, Philadelphia experience, it might come back to bite them, you know. They're a very young organization, very good young team. I don't think they've been down in this tournament very much. You know, they've been leading a lot of their games. but they find themselves down 2-1 here. They did come back last night and defeat Calgary in overtime, so they do have it in them. But, you know, you got to be wondering what the coach is saying to them right now.
Sure. Thank you very much, Chris Lemieux. We will take a quick break. We'll be back for the second period right after this. Welcome back to Roy Wilkins Auditorium as we're just about ready for the start of the second period of the 2014 PowerHockey Cup Championship as the Minnesota Saints lead 2-1 after one. I'm joined by captain of the Michigan Power Hockey team, Chris Lemieux. Chris, are most of your players from one spot in Michigan, or are they kind of spread out throughout the state?
No, we are very spread out.
Okay.
We have guys that come like almost 2 hours during our season to come play. I'm actually live in Windsor, Ontario. We have another fellow that lives in Windsor. So we have lots of players spread out all over the state. Mostly southwestern Michigan near Detroit.
Okay.
But yeah, we're spread out. So it's it's always like, it's good to have people from different areas, you know.
Sure.
That helps spread the word. So we're going to see the same lineups as we saw during the first period. We got Pitts, Miller, and Saxton, along with Jake Hartline and Aaron Gordon for Philadelphia. And then you have Wimmergren, Twite, Wimmergren, and Heinz for the Saints. And Chad Wilson is now back on the court after his penalty is over.
So it's fought for right near the midcourt stripe as Wilson trying to take it away from Pitts. Good move there by Saxton.
Yeah, Saxton's been getting hit the last couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
There comes Miller.
Breakaway chance again for Liam Miller. Gets by the defender and just misses the near post. So he was looking for his second goal of the night.
Flips it over the net to Pitts, but Pitts just can't get a stick on it.
Yep.
That's something else they'll do. They'll go behind the net. Instead of trying to wrap it around, they just flip it right over and hope that one of their guys can connect.
Yeah, nice shot there by Wilson as that steered away as Miller really hustled back. Again, there's supposed to be a 9-mile-an-hour speed limit, but I'm kind of guessing that's difficult to enforce.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but, you know, big
nice
shot.
save there. But it's going to trickle in as Twite there along the far post.
Aaron Gordon couldn't get a stick on it, but Twite just pushed it in.
She made the original save, but the puck was still there, and a nice job by Twite to follow up.
Yeah, just under the chair. You know, it's hard. There is a 1 second rule. If it's under the chair for 1 second, it should be a save, but that was just maybe under a second, so the ref let that ball stay alive, and Dwight just pushes it in. Yes, going back to what you were saying about these chair speeds. Oh, Jake Saxton's on a break. Yep. Yes, Power Hockey has enforced now a 9-mile-an-hour rule. Saxton actually got challenged last night after the Carolina game.
Okay.
And no, his chair is actually under the limit. Some guys actually might look faster because of their physical weight.
Sure.
You know, same chair. You have a guy like Josh Dwight, who's a big boy. You know, maybe Liam Miller or someone has the same chair. He doesn't, but just for example,
right.
You know, Miller, he might weigh 90 pounds. So obviously that chair is going to go a lot quicker. But yeah, we have purchased a radar gun, and you can challenge. But if you try challenge a player and he is under the 9 miles an hour, then your team will get assessed a penalty.
Game penalty, sure.
Yes.
That shot goes just wide of the net. Now Wormegren trying behind the net. He leaves it for Wilson. Wilson follows him like a lead blocker. Sexton's right there with him. Now Dwight with a good shot, and that goes just wide of the net. That was almost like a broom ball shot.
Yeah, you got to watch Dwight. These two work really well together. You know, it's a good combo. You got the finesse of Wilson with the passing and the shooting, and Dwight's just that pure power guy. You know, he can do it with the big backhand or do a big slap shot. So a different a view for the goalie. You never know which one's going to be coming at you.
Right.
Saxton's trying to dig it out here. Dwight's just kind of overpowering him.
So now Saxton steals it away, and we're going to have a stoppage.
Oh, I think Dwight's chair might have gone out of gear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a problem you have a lot of the time. The gearboxes are on the side, so maybe sometimes unintentionally or intentionally, you might go by, if you flip that gearbox down, the chair is disabled.
Sure.
So, and that can be dangerous for the chair because that can ruin the motors.
Right.
But yeah, there are guys out there who are maybe a little bit dirty, and not saying that this happened now, but I know back in our game this afternoon, we had a player, he was getting his chair turned off by the opposition, so that's kind of a little dirty trick.
Yeah, that's
you know, when
sure.
the refs aren't looking, just press the off switch. But yeah, that's not very sportsmanlike in my opinion. So yeah, they're gonna try to fix Dwight's chair here.
Yep.
No timeout has been called, but they're trying to fix it.
This is the coaches, Josh Haller and Brian Little. As again, you see a lot of similarities to NHL jerseys. Of course, Philadelphia's symbol very close to the Flyers. And the Saints jerseys actually are really reminiscent of the LA Kings.
Yes, very much so. You know, the Mustangs, we actually wear jerseys similar to the New York Rangers, and you've seen,
sure.
you know, Calgary, they're actually one of the home teams. They actually, yeah, they look exactly like the Flames. Yeah, very impressive.
I really liked how the jerseys have got the flaming wheel.
Yeah, awesome. So, Wilson and referee Tim are having a little bit of a conversation. They're talking back and forth. It looks like they may be arguing a bit. I don't really know what's going on here. You know, if a chair breaks, really, you should call a timeout or switch the player, but the refs are allowing this game to be held up until everything gets back to normal, but that's kind of a disadvantage for Philadelphia.
Right.
If I was their coach, I'd be telling them to take Dwight off and continue the game. But we'll go back and same lineups. Wilson wraps around, watching to lob it up here. Dwight goes to the net. Yeah, look what I said, lob.
Oh.
Nice save by Gordon, but Dwight's right there.
She got it in the one hop, and Dwight tried to stuff it in.
Yeah.
And good job by the Philadelphia defense.
Yeah, you got to watch Twite going to that net. Now, if he doesn't have the ball, you can't impede him from his lane because that would be interference, but you have to keep an eye on him. And once he does get to the net, then just get yourself in front of him.
Yep. Nice
Oh,
save again by
Saxon's
Aaron
going
Gordon.
around, got round one.
Yep.
Can't get right, the other two.
Well, good back checking by Twite and Wilson. Little give and go there. So Wilson's going to try and go behind the net. No. Spins back to the near side and flips it out of harm's way.
As much as these players are, you know, I would say both teams' top players, I am not a big fan of this not switching. You know, I know why the teams are doing this, but in my opinion, I think it might come to hurt them in the end.
Sure.
You know, a chair might overheat. A player will get fatigued. You know, these guys have played, I think this would be their 5th or 6th game in a matter of 4 days. So everyone is tired. So why not give someone a breather for a couple minutes? Both teams do have capable players on their bench.
Nice attempt there again by Twite in front of the net.
Saxon might get break.
Yep. Good job by Hartline and Gordon right in front of the net. As this will go just wide, and Liam Miller will chase it down. Good job to get by Twite.
Oh, Miller just blows by everyone.
Yep. Centering shot, save is made. It's loose in front, and we'll have a face-off in the Saints' end here with 9:55 left to go in the second period. As Josh Twite with the only goal here in the period.
Remember, if you have a question or a comment, you can contact us on Twitter. We don't actually have access to the main account right now, so if you would like to ask a question, just use hashtag PowerHockey Cup. Hashtag PowerHockey Cup. I'll try to answer any questions you might have.
Okay. So the official having a discussion with the Saints coaches.
Once again, Wilson is talking with referee Tim. It looks like Josh Wimmergren is going to be going in the box. That will leave the Saints without their main defenseman.
Right.
We're waiting to hear the official call what the penalty was for. My guess would be a crease violation.
Of course, you see this a lot in ice hockey. If you accidentally get knocked into the crease, does that count against you, or do you just have to get out right away?
They say you have to make an attempt to get it out right away,
Sure.
but, you know, I think it's a very hard thing for the referees to distinguish because, you know, these carries, once you go forward and stop, you can't go automatically back. It does take, you know, a couple fractions of a second where maybe the ref might interpret that as you not trying to make an effort to come out of the crease.
Right.
But, yeah, you can't have your stick or chair in the crease if the ball is not in the crease. But as soon as that ball enters the crease, it's a free-for-all.
So the second power play chance for the power play.
Oh!
Good flip shot, and that goes just right through the crease and right by Sarah Heinch.
Yeah, Philadelphia really have to take this opportunity and score. They didn't score on their last power play. They're leading 3-1. This would be ideal. No one's covering pits on that weak side.
Nice job by Wilson. As he gets a little screen from Twite. Wilson using his body to protect the ball, and he gets top shelf shorthanded goal, and already a hat trick for Chad Wilson.
Chad Wilson scores again. Nice little stick handling. Here we go.
Goal.
He gets away, stick handles it. Left, right through both the goalie and the defender. Now, I noticed on that goal, usually Jake Hartline of Philly and Aaron Gordon, they face opposite ways, and now they've actually gone back to facing opposite ways. But Hartline was actually facing the same way as Gordon, and that might have cost them because, you know, there's that huge hole, and when Chad Wilson's coming down, that's just, you know, that's dessert for him.
Dwight trying to control in the Philadelphia zone. Good defensive work there by Pitts and Miller.
Yeah, once again, Hartline's, oh, now he's turning around. But yeah, I would suggest he just stays on that opposite direction. Like I said before, that's a huge advantage. It gives you eyes and going both directions. That's actually a shorthanded goal by Chad Wilson. Philadelphia is still on the power play.
Right. Dwight puts a shot on, and that goes just wide. I think it might have hit the side of the net. As now Liam Miller trying to come out with it. Good poke check there by Wilson.
Yeah, this is almost, like I said, this is a must-score situation for Philly. The hole is getting deeper and deeper.
Yep. Good save by Sarah Heinch as one of the better scoring chances there for Philly. Chad Wilson in the corner. There's two Philadelphia players.
Oh, he just hit
out
Pitts.
with it. And now Wilson on a breakaway. As it comes to the near side, and goal number 4.
Pretty much an identical play.
Right.
Gets on the break. Hartline is facing the way that I mentioned he should be, but it makes no difference. Wilson just puts it by both of them. Left, right. There he goes. Draws the defender forward. Goalie doesn't go forward quick enough. Beautiful camera work by our guys.
Yeah, excellent replay.
Now it's 5-1. Saints over the power play with 7:30 remaining in the second period. Philly has to change things up. What they're doing is not working, obviously. You can't leave Wilson. You can't leave Wilson to break out like that. Maybe they might want to move one guy back. You know, maybe play like a 2-1-1 or maybe a 2-2 like a box. Here comes Wilson again.
And we have a stoppage, and this will be still in the Philadelphia zone.
We actually have a goalie change now for Philadelphia. Aaron Gordon is on the bench, and now we have Anthony D'Amico. He played a couple of minutes of goalie. He's played a bit, so yeah, he's their backup goalie.
Right.
Got those big green pads.
Yep. He had a 3.33 goals against average and a win coming into tonight's game.
You know what, like I was saying, Aaron Gordon is one of those utility type players. She is their goalie, but she is very strong, has the ability to pass and score. So don't be surprised if you maybe see her come in and to give one of the Philadelphia big three, give them a little bit of a rest. Because Aaron Gordon, she'd be a great power player to match up against Dwight. So we'll see what the coach does here, but he's still going with his big three. That's the guys that have gotten them this far, so you might as well keep going with them.
Right.
But if they need a breather, Philly does have Gordon on the bench, along with Bryce Smith. He's the veteran of the team at 39 years old. And he has the ability to score, but also he's a very good defender, and he's a very smart player, so we might see him too. Saxon brings it around the net. Loops back around. Wimbergren's on him. Feeds it up to Miller. Miller across to Pitts. Pitts shoots it.
Nice job there right in front.
Yeah, Josh Wimbergren.
Yep.
Oh, nice little feed from Pitts to Saxon, but Saxon couldn't get a stick on it.
So in the corner, Wilson trying to control. And there's Liam Miller doing a nice job. And good defensive work there again by the Saints as they clear the zone.
So the Saints are aiming to win their third straight PowerHockey Cup, while the Philadelphia Power Play are aiming to win their first. They are the reigning United States champions,
Right.
but they have not won a Power Hockey Cup. This is the farthest they have ever gotten in a Power Hockey Cup.
Am I reading this right, that Philadelphia doesn't have a level 1 player?
They didn't. Whoa! Nice shot, but it hit the top post. They didn't originally, but I believe Alex Pitts did get changed, and now he is wearing a red ribbon, so that does mean he is a level 1 player.
Okay.
So for you, those watching at home, red ribbon means 1, white means 2, and yellow means 3.
Here's Saxton on a breakaway, and he sneaks it in along the near post.
Nice goal by Saxton. Keeps the game, keeps his team in the game.
Yep.
This is their guy.
So Jake Saxton with his 19th goal on the tournament. And a big one as that cuts the Minnesota lead to 3.
Nice feed up the court. Saxton's wide open. Cheeks around the defender. He can't turn around. Hines has no chance. Nice shot by Saxton.
Yeah, it certainly was.
But as you can see, like I was saying, Saxton and Wilson are very similar. Those goals that they've scored are all very similar. That was a goal by Jake Saxton, assisted by number 8, Alex Pitts. So going back to the levels, a level 1, you're only allowed 1 level 1 on the court at all times. And you must have a level 3 on the court at all times.
I was noticing that with Calgary, because, or actually it was Ottawa. Mohammed Awad and York were trading off, and I would guess they're both level 1 players.
Yes. Yeah, we made that rule because, you know, this sport, back when it first began, was intended for the lower strength players. So we just didn't want to get to a point where teams are bringing 5 or 6 of these big guys, and then it turns into maybe like a wheelchair basketball type of thing. You know, so it's a nice rule to have. You can have as many level 1s as you want, but you just can't only play one at a time.
Sure.
Yeah, both Calgary and Ottawa both had 2 levels 1s, so they were switching it back and forth.
Right, Falconer, yep, also.
Yeah, Falconer and Paul. It's a really nice luxury to have.
So Wilson trying to control it there along the far boards, and this will flip out of play.
Folks, don't forget to get the concession stand for some great food.
We got about 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this second period. The Saints lead the Philadelphia power play 5-2. Wilson's going to take the face-off against Pitts.
Also defensively for Calgary, they won the third place game 3-1. Nathan Grossklaus really had a great game.
Yeah, Nathan is a very, very intelligent player. You know, he knows where his teammates are. He knows how to score. He knows his limits and plays within those limits. And that makes for a very nice player. He's a great leader, and he led his team to that bronze medal game.
Sure. Of course, Kevin Confara had 16 goals going into your 5th place game. How does he compare to a Saxton or a Wilson?
Kevin Confara, he's a very strong player. He's not so much skilled on stick handling, although he is a very good stick handler, but he is a very powerful player. He's a strong guy. He's, I would compare his strength to maybe of a Falconer or maybe a Dwight, but he has that ability to put the ball where he wants it. So he has very good accuracy, and he can score. So yeah, we rely on him a lot, and he's our guy. Yeah, I've known Kevin since he was about 10 years old. Now he's 20. Yeah, it's been very exciting to me to watch him grow.
Right. Again, in the quarterfinals, you almost knocked off the Minnesota Saints. Did you do anything special to try and keep Chad Wilson in check?
You know, we got Chad and Kevin. They always have great battles. They go one-on-one. We tried to limit Chad, but you know, we left Josh Dwight open.
Right.
And I think he scored 1 or 2.
Yep.
And that ended up being the end of the game. And you know, that's kind of the same thing that's going on here. Dwight is scored. If it wasn't for Dwight, this might only be a 1-goal game. So, yeah, that's what we failed to do. But, you know, I'm really proud of my guys. So Wilson will take the face-off against Pitts.
And that must have been nice considering you. I'm sorry, Chris. When you lost to the Minnesota Selects in the pool play and then come back to beat them as well as you did in the fifth place game.
Absolutely. You know, we were a better team. We started this tournament off as, you know, we lost one of our best players over the last couple of years. So coming to this tournament, we had to try to change our style a little bit. And it took us a couple games to find it. But I'm proud to have my guys finish. And we finished with 2 wins today, so you know we'll go home with a smile. And at the end of the day, you know there's going to be 1 winner and 7 teams who aren't going to win.
Right.
But we all come here. We have a great time. We help the sport grow. We introduce the sport to new people, new players, and that's what it's all about.
I was talking to Jake Saxton, and he was talking with Chad Wilson and his brother, and you could tell they get along just fine. You wouldn't see that between, say, the Blackhawks and the Red Wings.
Oh,
but, no. Again, you see a lot of great sports and really talented players out here.
Yeah, lots of friendships are made at these tournaments. You know, it's something special. And now with social media, you know, Facebook, Twitter, these guys can stay connected throughout the years.
Yep.
Nice shot by Saxton, but
it really was. Yeah, they just went
Sarah
off the top
Hines'
of the
head.
net. And again, Hines doing a big job covering that far post as Wilson being shadowed there by Miller. He spins away. Oh, what a pass to Twite. It gets caught up in Hartline's chair, and now Twite has it behind the net with 90 seconds left. Good play by Saxton there.
Saxton on the break, flips it. Oh, goal by Jake Saxton. Puts it right behind Sarah Hines.
From that angle to be able to get it along the far post, that is really something.
That is his specialty. He comes down that line. You think he's going to go front end, and he sneaks it in the back. My team's the Mustangs. We've been victim to that many times. Here it comes. Like I said, he comes down the left side. Shoots it right.
Really nice little flip shot.
Boom. Corner. You can't stop that.
No.
Right over the defender and the goalie. Beautiful. Hey, Philadelphia has made this a game. It's now 5-3. They're not going down without a fight. They want this. They want to upset Minnesota at home. They are the underdog. They are the younger team. Saxton has the ball again. Flips it.
Nice job behind the net. Now Wilson able to get it away from Miller and a good play along the back wall.
Philadelphia should not concentrate on scoring right here. I think they have to concentrate on not making a mistake and letting Minnesota put the lead back up to 3.
Right. I would think considering it was 5-1 that Philly should be pretty happy only being down by 2.
Exactly. Count your blessings for the next 30 seconds. Don't allow a goal, and then get a breather and get a word from your coach. Oh, lob shot.
Flipped very high in the air. That hit the bottom of the board, so it stays in play. Now Wermegren behind the net.
Oh, here comes.
Miller got it at the last minute. What a move!
Now he's out on a break.
Miller gets by Wilson. Wermegren trying to cut him off. That's Josh Wermegren doing a nice job trying to steer him away.
Yeah, nice job. He came out of that front position where he usually sits, and he attacked the attacker and made him lose handle. Great second period.
Well, it certainly was. It was 2-1 after 1. Then Twite getting the first goal for Minnesota. Wilson gets his goals number 3 and 4 to put Minnesota up 5-1, but then Saxton answers with back-to-back goals to make it 5-3, and great first 30 minutes of play.
Absolutely. This is going to be an intense third period. I didn't expect anything less. What did I say? I said in the beginning it was going to be slow, but if a couple of goals got scored, it's going to start to become more open. And now we're seeing almost a goal fest. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw at least like 2 more goals from each team. I think this game's going to open up a lot. Philadelphia has to try to get on the offensive, and you know they gotta change things up.
We'll take a quick break. It's 5-3 Minnesota Saints up on the Philadelphia power play after 2. This is continuing coverage of the 2014 PowerHockey Cup Championships. Welcome back to Roy Wilkins Auditorium as we're just about ready for the third period here of the 2014 PowerHockey Cup Championship. I'm Jerry Otto, joined by Michigan Mustangs captain Steve Lemieux. And this certainly, it seems like you have the two best teams here in the championship game, and we've seen a great game here so far.
Yes, very tight, very close. We all knew this would be an exciting game. The PA announcer just announced that we have an attendance of over 400 people here.
That's great.
So that's very impressive. Of all the tournaments I've been to, I think this might be the highest attendance for a final game. It's great to see everyone supporting these guys. You know, it does change how you play when you have people cheering for you.
Right. This gives you a little extra motivation. Charlie Prose, our public address announcer here this evening. So now along the far boards, Wilson has it taken away. There's Liam Miller.
Oh, Miller gets
right
past.
in front, gets by the defender, and a nice job.
Tries to sneak it behind Heinz, but she blocks him.
Yeah, Heinz backed up at the last second to take that one away.
Oh, Saxon just lost it to Wimbergren. Yep. Got to be careful.
I think we might have Wimbergren. No, I guess not. They're talking with
Alex Pitts. I think he may have a chair problem. Yep, that chair's gone out of gear again. A very easy thing to happen in this sport.
Sure.
Sometimes you'll see a player duct tape down those gear switches, or actually duct tape them in place so they can't be moved. That's a smart move because, like I said, that can burn your motor out, and if someone hits that, you're a duck in dead water, you know.
Jake Saxton, in talking to him, he was saying he's always been a natural lefty, so his chair works out just fine. Chad Wilson had his reconfigured so he could have the joystick on the left, and that way he can shoot with the right. Yeah,
that's a good point, you know. If you're right-handed, you're going to want to have to drive with that hand. But, you know, if that's your dominant hand, you might also want it to play with that hand. So, you know, the skill of these players to be able to drive at these speeds in this limitation, along with stick handling, it takes a lot of skill. Saxton
Good
feeds it
centering
up to
pass there
Miller.
for Miller. Miller coming in on a breakaway.
Oh, passes to Pitts.
Oh, great job as he tried to get it by Heinz, and it was blocked at the last second. Boy, it was a long developing play, but boy, it sure turned out.
I have
well.
a feeling that might be a set play for Philadelphia because that's very familiar to a goal that they scored against us. Yeah, Miller fed it to Pitts, and then I think Pitts was trying to feed it back to Miller so he could sneak it in, but it didn't work. But that's very similar. Like I said, this Philadelphia team is very well coached. They're prepared. Just hoping they can execute these plays they have.
So Chad Wilson going over by his bench.
See, yeah, Wilson's trying to suck in those two forwards and then try to break away, but the ball goes over the boards, so we'll have a face-off.
One thing I noticed with these boards, they're made out of foam, and so you don't get much of a bounce off them as you would, say, a regular hockey board.
Yeah, that's the one negative part about it, is you don't really get that good, strong bounce. You know, maybe you lead a break or something, it does kind of die. But on the other hand, if we did have a hard set of boards, I think we would see a lot more injuries to the players as well as the referees.
Sure.
You know, these refs, they're brave in my opinion, you know. These chairs are fast, they're hard, they're heavy, and they got to jump in and out of these chairs and over these boards.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a good thing they're soft.
Nice save there by Heinz. As again, the clock is Minnesota's ally, as the Saints still lead here by 2 with 13 minutes left in regulation. So Saxton hustling down along the far boards. He's hounded there by Wilson.
Yeah, now you see Pitts coming in. Nice pick by Pitts to try to get Saxton free. Up to Miller.
Saxton lead pass to Miller. Good
Watch him to
defense by
pass it back,
Wimmergren.
maybe. No, going to go behind the net.
And a nice job there by Wilson, and he'll send it all the way down.
Yeah, that's a smart move by Philadelphia, trying to use the pick. I would guess for them to try to use that a couple more times. Just like you might see in basketball, it does give that player. Oh, Jake Saxton's on the break.
Yep.
Let's see what
Saxton
he does
again,
here.
flip shot, and that was just wide. Wow.
Nice shot by Saxton. But yeah, like I was saying, just in basketball, it does give that offensive player who has the ball that split second to get the defender off of them and have that opening shot.
Right.
So it is a very valuable tool to have in power hockey, is that nice pick and roll.
So now that's blocked again.
By Josh Wimmergren.
Yep. Doing a nice job.
Yeah, Wilson is very methodically handling the puck, taking his time. Look, he doesn't care if he goes up and scores. He just wants to waste time. Flips it on
There's
Noel.
that flip shot and a nice save there by the new goalie, Anthony D'Amico. Again, he came in for Aaron Gordon at about the midway point of the second period.
Yeah, D'Amico's been impressive. But like I was saying, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen Gordon come out maybe for just a couple minutes to give a players a breather. She is a very capable player, and she does have a long, hard shot. So, you know, that's an option to feed the ball back to her, maybe back to the point.
Sure.
You know, they could use her and Pitts to get her back there, maybe feed it up to Saxton, give Miller a break.
Good shot put on, and that is knocked away by the Philadelphia defense.
Dwight dumps it in again.
Saxton trying to send it forward, and that'll hop over the boards. 10:54 left to go here in the third.
Oh, Spider-Man is in the house. Oh, there's our Mustang. There's the Mustang. Been a great mascot here today during the final, throwing out some T-shirts to the crowd. Along with the Saints Angel. He's been throwing some T-shirts out. Maybe our TV crew can get a shot of the Angel.
Sure. So The Mustangs a mainstay at your games?
Oh, actually, the Mustang is our referee.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
great.
He only comes out during tournaments. You only see the Mustang every couple of years.
Sure.
Yeah, but the Mustang is a great volunteer. He's been with us for many years. Great person. He's actually going into occupational therapy, so
Super.
this gives him a lot of experience. He's a great person, great guy.
Right. Jake Saxton trying to take it away there. It's caught under Liam Miller's chair. Now Wilson, he'll take it. Tries to get by Pitts. Good job by Pitts to cut him off.
Yep.
Wilson controls though. Flip shot. Nice save there by D'Amico.
Oh, Troy tries to feed it back, but Wilson can't get a stick on it. Now he does, but it's under the chair. Another save by D'Amico. Anthony D'Amico has been very impressive. He's almost got his team back in the game by stonewalling Wilson here. We're still down by 2 with just over 10 minutes remaining.
White and Pitts in there for the face-off.
Both teams have 1 timeout remaining.
Good job by Saxton in the corner.
Miller's going to come for some help. Miller tips it away from Wilson.
Yeah, good job by Wilson to send it forward.
Oh, Pitts. I think they thought he was going to shoot it. He just digs it around Wimmergren.
Yep.
Takes
Good
a shot.
right in front, and Wilson clears it out of the crease at the last second. Great job by Pitts there.
Oh, Saxon's fallen over in his chair. His chair almost tipped over. He's sought back up now. The referee was going to help him, but he managed to sit up by himself. That's scary.
Yeah.
If you watch Jake Saxton,
he really leans forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sits very forward on his chair, almost sits on that front left corner. He is wearing a seatbelt, but, you know, he leans forward. That body weight can tip a chair over. He is very light, but what concerns me is if he does fall forward, if another player is coming along, you know, he's very vulnerable to be hit.
Right.
And, you know, that's how he likes to play, so I'm not going to, you know, change that. But that can be scary for a mother or a parent to watch.
Sure.
I know Jake Saxton's mom, she cannot stand to watch the games. There's too much stress on her.
I can imagine.
During every game, she actually goes outside. She can't watch it.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a penalty on Wilson again.
Oh,
So,
humongous opportunity for the power play here.
Wilson pleading his case to no avail. That's the 3rd penalty on the Saints, the 2nd on Wilson. Philly has yet to get a penalty here tonight. So a good chance on the power play for the power play.
Now the Mustangs just going around scaring babies.
Magic Man the Mustang.
Yeah.
It's got a good ring to it.
Oh, well, the Magic Man is actually one of our former players, but he wears that jersey in tribute to him. Oh, nice
A great
attempt
shot
by
there by
Wimmergren.
Matt Wimmergren. I was just noticing Jake Hartline's chair. He's got the Philadelphia Flyers logo there in the main wheel. That's pretty neat.
Very cool. And he has the Philadelphia Flyers license plate
Oh, I see
on
that,
the back. #1 fan. Yeah, Jake's dad, Eric, is actually a pro photographer for the Phillies and the Flyers. So Jake gets to go to a lot of the games.
That's great.
Yeah, very lucky guy.
So now coming down 3-on-2 out of the power play. That goes
nice
just
shot by
wide of the
Hitch.
net. A nice
Oh.
bounce and rebound and put in again by Saxton.
Beautiful
And now
play.
he has a hat trick.
That is beautiful. Like you were saying, you don't get much bounce off these boards, but Pitts managed to hit it hard enough Okay, he gets the bounce and gets it right to Saxton. Here we go, the bounce. Beautiful, right to Saxton.
Yep.
And he's not going to miss that.
Exactly.
1 goal game. Philly is right back in this. They came back against Calgary all in the third period last night to tie it and then send it to overtime where they won. But, yeah, this is a brand new game. That penalty was costly by Wilson. That was a power play goal by Saxton.
So almost at the midway point of the third period, it's a brand new ball game as it's now 5-4. As Jake Saxton scoring the last 3 goals, an actual hat trick.
That's what you want your main guy to do. He has to step up in this situation, and he does. Very impressive for an 11-year-old. Remember, this is the second youngest player in this tournament, and he has pretty much been dominating. Very exciting to watch. Pitch with the long shot, but it goes wide into the corner. Wormegren will leave it, hoping Wilson can pick it up.
Josh Wormegren playing primarily defense. His brother Matt kind of going back and forth as we have a stoppage.
Yep, Matt Wormegren is kind of a defensive forward. He does have 3 goals and 6 assists prior to this game today. Yeah, Power Hockey Cup final. You couldn't have asked for a better game.
That's for sure.
You know, you don't want to have a blowout, and I like to see goals scored. I don't know if I would like to see a 1-0 game. But the score is 5-4 with 7:20 remaining. It is anyone's game now. The Minnesota crowd has kind of quieted down here. They were starting to get rowdy, maybe thinking that the cup was in sight, but oh, they've been quieted down. Pitts keeps it in the zone, and
oh my! It's sticked away by Twite, and he almost accidentally knocked it in the net.
Pitts just tried to keep it in the zone, but he almost ended up scoring through Twite. Yeah, you got to watch that high stick. You know, Twite's trying to save his own team, but that could have been deadly.
Is it similar to hockey towards the crossbar?
Yes, actually, that's the new rule.
Okay.
Previously, it was the armrest of the player, but because all armrests on like different players are different heights, we decided that the crossbar would be the best indicator for the referee.
So at the midcourt stripe, both teams jousting for it as Twite and Wilson trying to control. Wilson gets it away from Saxton.
Got to get back on defense. Can't let him. Oh, nice block by Saxton. Now Pitts
Saxton
has
and
it.
Pitts combining there. Flip shot and a last-second save by Heinz at the 6:23 mark here in the third period.
Yeah. We have 6 minutes and 18 seconds remaining, and I think the key guy, if you got to pick someone right now, I'm going to pick Alex Pitts. Everyone is on Wilson. Everyone is on Saxton. But I think if there's going to be a hero, it might be Pitts. Pitts has been left open the last couple minutes, and he's getting good shots off. It's just a matter of time before one of those goes in.
I think there might have been some debris on the court, and we'll start back up here.
Jake Saxton actually talking to his dad and head coach Gary Saxton, giving him a little bit of advice. Jake, for only 11 years old, a very, very intelligent player. His dad tells me he has natural hockey sense, natural hockey ability. Very proud of his son, but, you know, when it comes to you like that, ooh, did you see that? Oh, that was a beautiful flip shot.
Sure.
Just hits the crossbar.
Penalty number 4 in Minnesota is a crease violation called late on Josh Wormegren.
Wow, I didn't see that. So once again, Philadelphia is on the power play.
Have a chance to tie it up. Under 6 minutes left.
We got to remember, last time they had a power play and Wilson wasn't in the box, he did score a shorthanded goal. So don't get too over excited and try score. You have to play smart here if you're Philadelphia.
Right. So Twite and Pitts in for the face-off. Won by Twite. Wilson flips it. And
I think we have a penalty coming up here. Yeah, it's going to be on Minnesota Saints.
oh boy. So it'll be a
As soon as they
two-player
touch the ball,
advantage.
but Saxon's going.
Well, that's
flips
the problem.
it,
Great
saved by
shot put
Hines.
on, and that bounces away, but Liam Miller gets it right back.
I don't know, the goalie saved it, but the
She didn't
play
control
still,
it,
yeah.
so yeah.
play still continues. Saxon's, oh, now the Saints touch the ball. There's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's going to be on Josh Twite.
Yeah, they're calling him for interference.
Now
Penalty
it's
number 5.
4-on-2 for the Philadelphia.
Oh my.
You got Chad Wilson and Matt Wilmergren for the Saints, where you got Hartline, Miller, and Pitts, along with Hartline, Miller, Pitts, and Saxton. White having a conversation with Wilmergren in the box. Yeah, humongous opportunity. Maybe they want to try. Oh, Pitts with the shot. Another save. Like I said, he's getting lots of shots off over the last 5 minutes or so. Yeah, Wilson's just trying to waste time right now. You have to make an effort to move the ball. You can't just sit on it. Referee Tim blows the whistle. What's going to be a call here? It's going to be a penalty on Philadelphia.
Oh my.
Oh, wow, that's gone Alex Pitts.
Yeah.
That's not good news for Philadelphia.
It's the first penalty of the game on the power play. Philadelphia power play, that is.
We're waiting to hear from the official scorer what the penalty is for. Once again, illegal driving or dangerous driving, backing up more than 2 chair lengths. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Championship game, like I said, that's something that experience will come with experience, but you know, that might burn Philadelphia right here. They had a huge opportunity with a 4-on-2 with their 3 best players.
Yep.
Pitts is their main power guy.
Right, and they're trying to block Wilson in there along the far boards. But Wilson gets it back. Saxton steals it away at the last second. And now Hartline trying to play it, but Josh Saxton comes up with it. Now it's a 4-on-3. Or 3-on-3, excuse me.
Yeah, Josh Wilmergren's back on defense for the Saints.
Yep.
You know, now these players are playing in power chairs, so if you haven't seen this sport, you might be thinking, oh, these guys can go all day, but I'm telling you, I don't think either of these teams have switched players.
Right.
All these players have played the entire game. They must be exhausted. Mentally, physically, you're sweating. It's very warm in here.
Yep.
You know, and they're giving it their all.
Got 3.5 minutes left here in regulation. Certainly you don't want to take a penalty to hurt your team, but you do get a 2-minute breather.
Yeah, maybe that's a tactical thing.
Yep. Into the corner it goes. As now the Minnesota Saints will have a brief 20-second power play. Wilson behind his own net. Goes over to the far side. Gets a screen from Wilmergren. Trying to take it forward. Good defensive work there by Miller and Saxton.
Oh,
That sideways
Saxton just got
collision.
hit.
Shot put on and a nice save at the last second by D'Amico.
Yeah, I don't know. Saxton okay? Yeah, it looks like he's okay.
It seemed like the chairs kind of collided on the side.
Yeah.
and I'm sure that's really common in this
No,
sport.
but like I was saying, he sits on that corner of the seat. When you're sitting that far forward, the hits are just even more that, much more, you feel it a lot more because you're not sitting back in your seat where it can absorb some of the hits.
Sure.
Pitts is back in the game now for Philadelphia.
2:40 left to go here in the third as this goes over to the far corner.
All the fans on the right side of the arena here, which seems to be the Saints side, they seem they're starting to stand here.
Yep.
They can feel it. We're starting to hear "Let's Go Saints."
Matt Wormergren doing a nice job there in the corner. Now he tries to cut off Alex Pitts there.
Pitts
Right in
brings it down.
front. And great job by Chad Wilson hustling back to clear it from right in front of the Saints net.
Both teams do have a timeout remaining, whether it's for a breather or for strategic reasons.
Sure.
I would be using it.
Oh, no doubt, especially if you're Philly.
Yeah.
As we're under 2 minutes left to go here in regulation. There is Chad Wilson.
Yeah, if they don't use that timeout, that would be a big mistake in my opinion.
Yep. Coming towards the midcourt stripe.
Nice backhand by Miller to get out of the zone.
Yep. Good job by Wilson to steer away around Matt Wormergren. He still controls.
Very methodical by Wilson.
Yep.
Taking his time. He knows what he wants to do. Here comes the wraparound.
Wilson with the wraparound in the net. Gets
Saved
knocked
by
off its
D'Amico.
mooring. Yep. Or about, I should say not off the mooring. There aren't any moorings, but you know, I'm surprised with the size and the power of these chairs that the net doesn't get moved around more often.
Yeah, it used to, but these nets are very heavy now.
Okay.
But yes, like I was saying, we usually play on a gymnasium floor, so the nets do seem to slide a lot more when we play those games. And just as we talked about it, Philadelphia is going to take their timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll see a referee standing on the back of the net if the play is remaining in the zone just to keep that net secure.
Okay. Yeah, you can also see the officials along the sideboards. They put their feet along there to try and keep them from bending outwards.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very close game. Great officiating here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't complain about the officials. Whoever wins this game is going to win it by pure skill.
Yep.
Here's that wraparound by Wilson.
Yep.
Oh, who's that? Pitts actually gets his
Pitts
stick
at the
in there.
last second. He kept his stick right there along the post.
Great job by Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson really likes that wraparound. He also has another move where he'll go right for that wraparound. Halfway, he'll stop, turn around, and then go the opposite side.
Sure.
I really thought we were going to see that. We haven't seen that yet. That's almost one of his trademark moves. There is the Saint. You're talking about the Mustang. Here's the Saint. Great fans and great sportsmanship here.
No doubt about it. That's a 2-minute power play here timeout for the Philadelphia power play. How long have you been playing power hockey, Chris?
I'm 32 years old and I've been playing since I was 9.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so I've been playing a long time.
23 years?
Yeah, I originally started playing in Calgary
Okay.
with the Calgary Selects League, but then I moved. But yeah, when I started playing, there was only 2 teams, Calgary and Toronto. And now we have teams from all over North America.
Mm-hmm.
And an interesting note, this is the 3rd time in a row that PowerHockey Cup final has been 2 American teams. So America is very much now part of power hockey.
Sure. Saxton breaking into the Saint zone quickly.
Gets hit by Matt Limmergren.
Yep.
That leaves Wilson on the break.
Wilson coming all the way back. Wilson puts a shot on, and I think
D'Amico
D'Amico
saves it
just got a
again.
piece of it.
This guy has been a lifesaver for Philadelphia.
Yep.
You know what? That's a gutsy move. They've had Gordon in net all tournament. She led them to this point.
Right.
But the coach must have seen something because he pulled her pretty quick and he made the right decision. D'Amico's done the job.
Sure. Wilson tried to flip it past 3 Philadelphia players, but was unable to. Pitts sends it all the way down.
Now, we
and
might
behind the
see
Saint net.
Philadelphia pull their goalie. You can do that. So Aaron Gordon would be the option to come out. Wilson very slowly bringing it forward.
Boy, great job there to get behind Saxton.
Yeah, Philadelphia has to pressure.
Yep.
They can't let him do this. No, they got to go after this hard. They only got 25 seconds left.
That was a good screen there by Twite.
Minnesota is on the verge of winning their third straight Power Hockey Cup.
Saxton doing everything he can. Hartline there steers it away. Now Liam Miller maybe with a chance for one rush here.
10
but
seconds
Twite with a
remaining.
good play. There's Wilson again as the clock counts down. 3, 2, 1. And the Minnesota Saints have now won back-to-back North American Power Hockey Cups. And just an excellent game, Chris.
And
this was a real treat.
You couldn't ask for two better teams to be in the final. You know, you kind of have the present and the future. You know, the future, they thought this was their time, but they're a very young team. Philadelphia should be very, very proud of themselves. Don't hang their head low. They're very skilled, and you know what? They should be proud of themselves. A silver medal at the Power Hockey Cup, and the Saints deserve the credit. They played hard. They played their game, and it was close. 5-4. We said it was going to be close. Chad Wilson once again leading his team to his third straight championship. He was the previous two-time MVP of the final, so we will see if he can three-peat on that.
Right.
But Sarah Hines, I know she might give him a run for the money. Sarah Hines was very impressive in goal. Great game by both teams as they line up for the handshakes.
Did I hear right that the 2016 championships will be in Philadelphia?
Yes, that's what I heard this week.
Okay.
Brand new news. It's going to be in 2016. Philadelphia will host it. They've hosted the previous two U.S. Cups, and from experience, they're a great host. And if you can start saving your pennies now, I suggest you come out to Philadelphia because it's going to be one heck of a party.
Right. So now, in 2015, is there going to be an American Championship again?
I think we're going to take a year off.
Okay.
Just to allow our different organizations, give them that extra year to fundraise some money.
Sure.
Kind of take the pressure off of the people who run the organizations. I know for myself, it's a much needed break because this has been 8 years straight that we've gone to a tournament along with our house league. So, you know what, we'll take a breather and we'll be back for the Power Hockey Cup in 2016 for sure.
Super.
But Canada, they will have their nationals usually around May, and they will have it next year.
Okay.
But I think the U.S. is going to take a little bit of a break. Nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
And then we're going to have a fantastic event in 2 years, just like this event was.
Exactly.
As a player, I would just like to thank you for coming out and doing this.
Oh, Chris, this has been a real treat and a real pleasure for myself and our CTV crew. Of course, Wally Shaver, he emceed the opening ceremonies, and he announced the third place game with me, which was a real honor. And now this has just been a blast. We will take a very quick break, and we'll be back for the medal ceremonies here at the championship game as the Minnesota Saints hold on to win 5-4 in an outstanding hockey game. We'll be back after this.
USA 2014 Champ Awesome.
going to have the player awards here, actually the team awards. I think the first award is best coaching staff.
And the award for best coaching staff goes to the Philadelphia Power Play.
Much deserved. Tony D'Amico and Gary Saxton have turned this team around in a matter of 3 to 4 years, and they're going to have a big, long, successful run with this team.
Oh, no doubt. Again, with that kind of youth, it's got to be a challenge, but it's certainly got to be encouraging. And you talk about a bright future. Their future looks incredible.
Oh, absolutely. They no way hang their heads low. They should be very proud.
For best goalie, representing the Calgary Selects, Jeff Barrett.
So Jeff Barrett wins best goalie from Calgary. Very good choice.
Yeah, he was very impressive in the third place game.
I'd like to give a shout out to Ottawa's goalie. I believe her last name is McBride.
Yep, Talia McBride.
Yeah, this was her first tournament, and she impressed me very, very much. But Barrett takes away the best goaltender award. Mr. Mustang goalie Dino Leibus has actually won this award. I think 3 straight PowerHockey Cups.
That's great.
So him and Barrett are good friends, so I'm sure they're going to be having some bragging rights going back and forth on social media over the next couple of years.
The best offensive player, representing the Philadelphia Power Play, Jake Sexton.
Jake Sexton with the most points in the tournament, and he had a natural hat trick in this championship game, but it just wasn't quite enough.
11 years old, kind of bittersweet for Jake, but he absolutely deserves this.
Right.
An awesome player, and it's very scary to think about how much better he is going to get. Much deserved. Best offensive player.
Now, the best defensive player, representing the Toronto Lake Raiders, Megan Hines.
Best defensive player, Megan Hines from Toronto Rock. Megan has won this award, I believe, 2 times before. She might have even won it 3 times before.
Really?
She is a very, very renowned defenseman or defense person in this sport. Very respected, great positional player, much well deserved.
And the best defensive forward player, representing the Philadelphia Power Play, Alex Pitts.
Nice, number Alex.
He sure was impressive tonight.
Very good. Best defensive player. Great job on Alex Pitts. You know, Saxton has been getting all the headlines, but without Pitts and Miller, he couldn't have done his job. Great job by Pitts. Only 13 years old. I have a feeling Pitts and Saxton might be both the youngest players to win their respective awards in this tournament, so that's very impressive.
Sure.
Next, the best newcomer, representing the Michigan Mustang, Tristan Barron.
Yes, that's my boy.
That's going to make you happy.
I am so proud of Tristan. We brought him to the tournament. You know, I told him I didn't have any expectations. We threw him right in the fire, and this guy deserves it. Great choice. I am so proud of him.
How old is he?
Tristan just turned 18.
I was going to say.
But yeah, he was the leading scorer in our league.
That's great.
Him and Kevin Confard dominate our league.
Sure.
But this is his first tournament. Awesome.
Now, your silver medalist, the Philadelphia Power Play. Next up, the Best Sportsmanship Award. Representing the Carolina Fury, Jonathan Greason.
Nice choice. Best sportsmanship goes to the Carolina Fury captain, Jonathan Greason. You know what? Their league isn't quite as developed as other leagues, and they come to every tournament. Their heads hung high. They try hard. You know what? And that all comes from their leader right there.
Sure.
You know, that takes a toll on players coming to a tournament and losing. But this guy does a lot of work behind the scenes. He fundraises money, and he's always polite and respectful. Great choice.
That's super.
Nice trophy for him to go home with.
Now it's time for your silver medal team, the Philadelphia Power Play. Beginning with Michelle Boardman. Okay.
That's Michelle Boardman. We didn't see her play today, but she's a good defenseman for the Philadelphia. Here's Anthony D'Amico, played that goalie halfway through the game, changed the game.
She did a great job.
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, she has to be very proud of herself.
Assistant
Carried this team.
Jake Hartline.
Assistant captain Jake Hartline. Very good defenseman all the way through the tournament.
Peter Henkel.
There's Peter Henkel. We didn't see him. Peter's only 10 years old. He is the youngest player at the tournament.
Pat Hilferty.
Here comes Pat Hilferty. He is the president of the Philadelphia organization.
Okay.
Yeah, this team and this league would not exist without Pat. He does a great amount of work, and he deserves this.
Colban.
Here comes Luke Holban. He's one of their original members. Was a forward, switched to defenseman. Very smart player. Well deserved.
Captain Liam Miller.
Liam Miller, number 88. A fan of Patrick Kane. Even has his hair cut.
Alex Pitts.
It's nice to see smiles on Philadelphia's face.
Assistant captain Jake
You know, they
Saxton.
shouldn't hang their heads low. I'm sure they'll shed a few tears, but they should be very proud of themselves. There's Jake Saxton.
And Bryce Smith.
And here comes their veteran, 39-year-old Bryce Smith. Nice keepsake for him.
And your coaches, Tony D'Amico and Gary Saxton.
I was checking out your Facebook page, Chris. That's an excellent picture of all the teams.
Thank you. Yes, that was from the 2013 U.S. PowerHockey Cup. We always like to take a humongous group shot.
Sure.
And that just shows, you know, after the game we are all friends and we do all stay in touch. That's the beauty of this.
Now, presenting your tournament MVP, Jake Saxton from Philadelphia Power Play.
Wow! Jake Saxton wins the tournament MVP and the most offensive player. Great job by Jake. This is an award Chad Wilson has won in the past, but now we might see the torch being handed over. Look at that big smile.
I listened to his interview on the webcast yesterday, and yeah, just sounds like a really nice young man, and he was sure looking forward to the game tonight, I know.
Yeah, they're a great family. Jake's actually a twin. He has a twin sister and a younger sister, and they're always cheering him on.
Cool.
Sarah Hunt from Minnesota.
Oh, I called it.
Yeah.
Chad Wilson doesn't win his third MVP, but I call it Sarah Hines, the unsung hero of the Minnesota Saints. This is very well deserved.
Yeah, especially when Philadelphia closed it to 5-4, and it looked like they had an excellent chance on the power play to tie it up.
Yeah, Hines could have been rocked, but she kept her composure. She's been there before. This is her third championship, and much deserved. Great job by Sarah.
For your 3-time PowerHockey Cup champions, the Minnesota Flames. Beginning with Ben Hackner. Josh Wimmergren.
This is what they've been playing for all week. Get this chance to get the gold around your neck. There's the cup in the background. 24 games, 4 days, and 1 winner. And there they are right here, the Minnesota Saints. I think Chad tried to go grab the cup.
Trophy a little too early.
There's Cindy Hughley. She's actually married to Dan Hughley.
Okay.
So they are a couple.
Right.
There's actually a couple on Toronto Rock, too, that have a baby.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
Joe Hughley.
And there's Dan's brother, Joe. So we got 2 brothers and their wife and sister-in-law. Very cool. Look at that beard. I'm envious.
That's a playoff beard if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. There's Matt Wimmergren.
Gordy the Wall Foster.
Big Gordy Foster, they come the wall. We didn't see him play here today, but he's a very capable defender.
Sure.
Nice to see him get his championship here.
Josh Twite, as you said, was integral in their 4-3 victory over your team, the Michigan Mustangs, and he should play well in this game also.
Yeah, you know, he's their difference maker, really. Like I said, everyone follows Chad, tries to shut him down. But Josh put in a couple goals, and that was the difference, too. Here comes Christina Kent.
And their coaches, Josh Muller and Brian Little.
I don't know about those pants Huller's wearing, but I don't know if he thinks he's John Daly or maybe the Czech curling team.
Yeah, that's a good
And now we
comparison.
present Minnesota State with the PowerHockey Cup.
There it is. Chad wanted it before, and now he gets his chance to raise it. Kiss that cup. Hands it over to his coach. Gonna go back to his team. Good job by the Saints. Unprecedented. 3 straight PowerHockey Cups.
Right. Of course, Calgary won the first 2, and you're originally from Calgary.
Yeah, I unfortunately wasn't a part of that, but you know, it's always nice to see them win that. I always have a little piece of Calgary in my heart.
Sure.
But here are the champs for this year, Minnesota Saints. But this has been a great tournament all week long. Great job by the Minnesota Power Hockey League, their president, Craig McClellan, and all the many volunteers that have worked the past 2 years to make this possible.
Right. Real quick, I'd like to send a sincere thanks to our crew. Ken Simonson, Teresa Renicky, who is also the volunteer coordinator at CTV, Dustin Cooper, Aaron Thomas, Jackie Gambiotti, Brandon Rickert, Director Extraordinaire John Rusterholtz, our truck tech John Salmer, who did a super job navigating some awful street situations to get here, and Shannon Hunter for putting this all together. Chris, I want to thank you for doing a superb job. Any final thoughts?
No, anytime. It's been a great pleasure to be here as a player, and it's been exciting to be an announcer. You know, maybe I found my new vocation when I retire.
Well, I'm going to be watching my back. I don't want you to take over my job quite yet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's been a great tournament, though.
Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for all their hard work and all the people here for making it a lot easier to set things up. And thank everyone for a great championship game as the Minnesota Saints, who were up 5-1, held off a valiant comeback by Philadelphia, 5-4, to win the 2014 Power Hockey Cup. For Chris Lemieux, this is Jerry Otto. We'll say goodnight here from Roy Wilkins Auditorium, and an excellent championship game as the Minnesota Saints win their third Power Hockey Cup in a row. Good night, everybody.